13 games with a broken finger. Dennis Bergkamp was playing his last game before a 3-match suspension. Making his first Premiership start for Wednesday was Goce Sedlowski, the Macedonian international defender. At Highbury for us this afternoon was John Champion.
Here's Hughes. Overmars started early on his run, balked slightly by Barrett, and then fouled quite clearly by Barrett, who, for that rather rustic challenge, is going to become the first recipient this afternoon of a yellow card. No attempt to get the ball whatsoever. Bergkamp's kick. And the header from Adams. Forced away by a combination of bodies. It's a teasing set piece from the Dutchman. And it was Kevin Pressman more than any other single Wednesday player who denied the Arsenal skipper. Taken by Hughes. And the header again was fairly free. It was Christopher Ray who arrived. And Arsenal are getting closer and closer. One cleared off the line, one off the bar. Vieira. And Overmars has the legs on Barrett, who's left sprawling. Overmars is still going. 2 to aim for. But it was Hinchcliffe who dispatched it into the safety of the grandstand. Hinchcliffe, Booth, Di Canio. Oh, it's squeezed past Adams, who's recovered well. Ray, Bergkamp. Arsenal trying to break with some speed and some menace. Hughes. There's the obvious ball. And the right one to Overmars. Now Winterburn, 3 waiting. Here's Adams! Still not away. Ray. Ray's shot. How many chances do Arsenal lead before ultimately they will find the net? Booth. Di Canio. Lovely chip towards Pembridge, who's gone round Seaman. And here's Earl Barrett of all people. Well, it was blocked by Nigel Winterburn, and that would have been the archetypal sucker punch. Overmars, from whom so much danger has emanated. And here's Bergkamp! What a very Dutch goal. Conceived by Overmars and finished so very casually by Dennis Bergkamp for his 19th goal of the season. Arsenal have the lead that they so richly deserve. Chance for Arsenal to break now with Ray Parlour. Overmars is calling for it and is relatively free on this near side, but Parlour's going all the way. Lee Dixon. Bergkamp delaying his run. Now Parlour. Plenty to aim for with this centre. Found only Walker, appeals for handball against Sedlowski, not given, it's Bergkamp! And it's a good save by Pressman. The Wednesday keeper really had to stretch to keep that out. Overmars. Overmars once more, setting himself. Still not completely clear. And now it should be through Stefanovic. Pressman not only made the save, but also got some power himself on the fist away. What to do, Ron? Di Canio. Well, that is useful in the end from Paolo Di Canio. Seemed relatively little threat as he let fly. Bergkamp. Away from Walker. Quick as a flash. Because Walker is hardly a slouch. Bounce favoured Bergkamp. Forward for Anelka. And the header from Hinchcliffe is a little wayward. Overmars. Bergkamp. Back heel from Anelka. Overmars! That would have been a goal to remember. As it was a move to remember.
We had just the feeling that the second goal would have been a relief for the team, and after we could have played a little bit easier. Not easier, but maybe a little bit more free in our heads, and that's why I think as long as we didn't score the second goal, it was very tensed and a little bit nervous in the second half, and that's why I would have loved to score the second goal at least.
Do you believe you will win the title?
Well, I think at the moment it's still far away. Of course, we're involved in two competitions still, and one is closer than the other one. So we have to keep that in mind as well. So the only simple solution is that we think of the next game, and that's what we do. We're professionals, and we know what to do, and that's always winning the next game. And when you do that, we've got a good chance.
How many points do you believe you need to win the title? Do you have a figure in your mind?
No, I said that we'll be at about between 73 and 76. So, but our target is just let's try to win the next game. That's a reasonable one. All the rest is just, I think, not realistic. And when you're not realistic in football, you're paid always very quickly.
Bergkamp scored another winner, Alan, but he's now out for 3 games. No Ian Wright for injury. Where are the goals going to come from for Arsenal?
Well, we don't know, do they? I mean, they'll play Anelka, but they play Bolton on Tuesday night. Bolton were fighting for their lives and are going quite well at the minute. If it's cold, wet and windy, it's going to be interesting, I'll tell you that much.
Not saying they don't fancy it.
Well, you've got to fancy it. You've got to go to these games against the smaller teams and fancy it and want to win before you get on the pitch. And Arsenal had a terrific run, but I think they've still got all to do.
Trevor, which camp would you rather be in, United or Arsenal at this present moment?
Yeah, you'd have to stay with United, I think. I mean, all right, they've got 6 games. They've got 3 at home, 3 away. But the goal difference, as you can see, is significantly better than Arsenal. So Arsenal do have to win, a lot of those games in hand. And really, I think, funnily enough, Manchester United's home ones, I mean, Liverpool, Newcastle and Leeds are 3 very competitive matches at Old Trafford, and that could decide their fate. But, they've got nothing to distract it. Arsenal have got the FA Cup. Just 6 matches to go. I still think it's United who are with edge at the moment. And
yeah, I definitely think that the away form is important. Arsenal have got 5 away games. Manchester United have only got 3. And I think that factor might count in the end.
We shall see. Now, it's a long shot, I know, but another of the title contenders.
Been over Bolton, closing the gap on Manchester United to just 3 points.
They may not be Bergkamp and Wright, but Arsenal's replacements are edging the Gunners ever closer to an unlikely and spectacular end to the season. First, Nicolas Anelka blazed over, but then a goal that the senior pairing would be proud of. Christopher Wray scoring a goal to remember and securing 3 more vital points. It's all about getting the numbers right now. That's the Gunners' 8th successive clean sheet and 4th straight 1-0 win. Unfortunately, it was also their 6th red card. Martin Keown's affection for Nathan Blake a little too much for referee Keith Burge. Suspension's not exactly what the Gunners need right now, but at least they know their understudies are willing and more than able.
And the latest in the second one-day international of cricket. Oh, but shortly, first of all, that leaves the top of the Premiership table, rather, looking like this. Arsenal just 3 points behind with 2 games in hand over the leaders. And the bookies certainly fancying Arsenal. They slashed their odds to win the double from 118 to 1 at Christmas to 7 to 2. It was a bit premature there, wasn't it? As I say. England, I was trying to say, was 238 for 8 or 47 overs in the second one-day international. So
that's good. Got it in the end, didn't you? Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Martin Davis has the weather prospects. Martin, good evening.
Thank you, Alistair. We've got the lighter evenings. All we need now is...
Bet on United winning the title. I wonder what he thinks now. Another Arsenal 1-0 win and their 8th clean sheet in the league in a row. No Bergkamp or Wright, and Overmars limped off after 2 minutes, so who'd score? Christopher Wray, that's who. And what a score. It was a result made more remarkable because Arsenal played with 10 men for the last 25 minutes. Martin Keown becoming the 6th Arsenal player to be sent off this season after bringing down Nathan Blake. Bolton claimed it was a penalty, but referee Keith Burge gave them just a free kick. It was Keown's second yellow card, so off he went. The 10th to do so this season at red card Reebok. Arsenal are so strong now that they can even drop their impressive Austrian goalkeeper Alex Manninger and replace him with David Seaman, who's quite good as well. I wonder if all those people will give their money back to that bookie if Arsenal win the title.
A glance to the top of the Premiership confirms Arsenal have closed the gap to 3 points and they have 2 games in hand. A title race that had seemed a foregone conclusion has opened up again. As for the Cup tomorrow, Mr Lawrenson, what do you think Wolves' game plan would be?
Well, I think they surprised Leeds in the last round by playing 3 centre-backs when they'd originally played 4-2-4, and I think they're going to have to attack Arsenal tomorrow. I think, certainly looking at the way that the Arsenal defend, you know, the back four, whoever plays, very, very strong, and the 3 in front of them, Vieira, Petit and Paula, have been excellent for them this season. I think Wolves will realise that without, you know, the great firepower of I don't think Wright is going to play. Bergkamp obviously not going to play Ray as well, and I think Overmars is a doubt. So I think Wolves realise that they're going to have to attack Arsenal if and when they can. At the same time, of course, they've got to keep the back door closed. And the thing about Arsenal going into a semi-final, you'll always back them because they're so difficult to play against. They are the one team out of the 4 in the semi-finals that you wouldn't want to be drawn against because the fact that they can not play very well but always grind out a result.
Is it pointing towards Arsenal, despite everything, despite the fact they haven't got Bergkamp, or do you really think Wolves can bring off the shot result?
No, I don't think they can bring off the shot result because I can't see them scoring. I really can't see it. I think, you know, the other thing about Arsenal is they're hardened, they're experienced, they've been there before, and it's not about playing well, you know, it's just about getting through the tie, which I think Arsenal will do.